Oke, selamat datang di channel Rai Konstantin, yang dimana kita akan bermain Starfield Shattered Space. Hampir aja gue bilang tadi Shattered Dimension. Nah, jadi di sini kita akan lanjut part sebelumnya ya. Sebelumnya kan kita aligning house Bull Cave, sekarang kita aligning house Kadik. Kalau gitu langsung let's go. Kita mulai. Kita kesini dulu. Oh ya, bagi yang belum subscribe silahkan subscribe
This
dan
is
like videonya ya
exactly
guys
the
ya.
impression we don't want to give.
Thank you, peace, love you all.
Please, Jamal. Don't you see how all this works in our favor? It's not up for discussion. I won't risk what we've worked so hard to achieve. It's done.
No, you'd risk our future and reputation as a house. But you are the chosen elder.
Don't patronize me. The Great Serpent spared our house. We are favored here. And shouldn't you get back to the council? We can't afford to be absent at a time like this.
I guarantee I'm not missing much. But you're right. I'll be heading back soon enough. May the Great Serpent bless you.
Oke, mereka udah selesai.
Okeem is lucky to be made dust. Death was too merciful a punishment. So, Akris has sent our newest Vindicator to inquire about Zahima. Don't worry, Jamal's already told me all about you. I'm Razma, Elder of House Kadik and head of the Ministry of Conjunction.
It's an honor to meet the elder of noble house.
The Ministry of Conjunction is one of the 3 government branches of our society. We deal in information to ensure the High Council can make educated decisions. Most of our work is highly classified. Even the High Council itself may not be aware of all that we're involved in. House Kadik is one of the 3 noble houses under House Varun. We've a reputation on being the more moderate of the 3. Not as fervent as House Vithal, and not as passive as House Dolkev. We're also largely associated with the Ministry of Conjunction, since I lead the department. Well, it's also an honor to meet one as interesting as yourself. I wouldn't have suspected an outsider to be made promised. But who am I to argue with the Great Serpent's choice? I know the Council is looking to Zahima for answers. But the truth is, she's been taken, along with other members of the House. They're being held hostage by zealots. And now they're demanding negotiations.
This is a major overreach. I have never known the zealots to be so bold.
What happened to Dazra was a cataclysmic event. The city may seem in order now, but those first few days, it was chaos. And the zealots took advantage. Because right now, this situation is a matter for the Ministry of Conjunction. As much as the Council thinks it's their business, it's not. At least not yet. They want Sahima, and we're trying to produce her. As much as I'd welcome the expertise, the Zealots would never allow an outsider to participate. But the negotiations aren't where I need assistance. The Zealots have yet to name specifics. At best, they'll demand an inordinate amount of credits or firearms. Worst case, a seat at the High Council or even the reinstatement of their house. House Malene. They know we can't risk Sahima for Dazra's sake.
Something
So,
smells stink
They won't
right
hold
now.
back when it comes to demands.
Kayak ada masalah ini yang gak jujur.
They had a house. House Malene was abandoned a long time ago. But there are some who'd want to see it reinstated. House Malene was fully dedicated to Jandar Varun. They objected when his brother, Jarek, was chosen to take over as leader. They knew he would bring an end to the Serpent's Crusade. It's why they abandoned their house and became the Zealots you know today, to continue what they believe is Jinan and Jandar's work. Aha. My thoughts exactly. Normally I'd have agents doing everything possible to find them. But we too suffered losses. We need to be here. Present. I couldn't risk more lives. It's the only reason I even agreed to these negotiations. But now that you're here, I can finally take action. I couldn't have put it better myself. However, there's still one unanswered question. I don't know where the Zealots are keeping Sahima, but I have a good idea who does. Their name is Merrick. Merrick is a Kadik, and they also work for me as an agent in the Ministry of Conjunction. This is where matters get complicated. Once I made the decision to go through with the negotiations, it wasn't necessary. Now that the situation has changed, well, that's going to be your job now. Then you can put those skills to good use. As I said, Merrick works for me in the Ministry of Conjunction. They've been establishing an inside relationship with the Zealots for some time now. On my orders. Forcing them to give up the information could jeopardize all they've worked for. So don't expect them to be forthcoming. Get the information any way you see fit. As long as no physical harm comes to them.
Understood.
The Zealots don't trust easily. If their location was discovered, Merrick would most likely be the first they'd suspect. They'd never trust them or any agent of House Kadik again. What better way to surveil a threat? It's important for us to know what the Zealots may be targeting to stay one step ahead. Merrick is proud of what they've accomplished, so I doubt they'll give up information easily. If being persuasive isn't your strong suit, perhaps appealing to their substantial ego may help. If you can stomach it. Just don't be direct. I'm sure it would put them on the defensive. Either that, or make them completely unwilling to talk. See that you do. You'll find Merrick upstairs in the meditation room.
Oke, kita save dulu ya guys. Bahaya ini. Berkaitan dengan persuasif katanya. Zealous, overreach.
You're no member of House Kadik. What are you doing here?
Gak boleh direct katanya.
Oh, so you're the heretic turned vindicator who thinks they're one of us now. So tell me, what would a chosen one such as yourself want with someone like me?
Ya, nggak boleh direct.
Perhaps you need to lay off the Koza, my friend. You're talking nonsense. Absolutely ridiculous. So much for confidentiality. I guess this means the High Council is still asking Auntie Razma where Sahima is. And if you're here making demands, she obviously has decided to make use of you rather than undergo sincere negotiations. I see what's going on here. Well, I am one of the few to garner any amount of trust with the zealots, so she should be. I can't imagine where the Ministry of Conjunction would be without me.
Oke, sekarang gue ngapain?
I do have a natural talent. It's nice to see I'm being properly recognized. I may excel in my skills, but it doesn't mean the hours I put in are any less.
Ini aja.
Exactly. There's still research, analysis, documentation. Too much documentation, if you ask me.
Harus dipuji dia.
But altogether, I have the exact talents needed to do this job, which is why I was entrusted with the Zealots in the first place. I admit it hasn't always been easy. They are Zealots, you know.
Kayak gue tahu sih Jandares itu sih tempatnya, karena kan sebelumnya gue misi ada kesana gue.
I see you're familiar with standard Zealot tactics. But it's really all about crafting the perfect scenario to encounter the right one. You don't just waltz up and say hello. It takes a great deal of surveillance and profiling to determine the right approach. The work, the strategies, that's all child's play for me. But being with the Zealots is a different story. Of course, it's gotten easier as I've gotten to know them, but it's a mental challenge whenever a new face is introduced. Some days, it takes everything. I can't even tell you how much time and effort it's been to sway the Zealots my way. Not to mention the stress over my own personal well-being. I may be the best at what I do, but I'm not stupid. The zealots do have the element of unpredictability. I had a feeling this conversation was going to take a turn. I've worked hard to obtain my position with the zealots. And like I've told Rosma 1,000 times, I have no reason to believe they're going to hurt my dear cousins, especially Sahima. So, as far as I'm concerned, that information stays with me.
Ini save dulu kita ya.
Vindicator?
Ada malas aku denger kataan dia lagi. Si gagal juga.
As
Baru kita
I
next
was
pakai auto
saying,
persuade.
I've worked hard, and like I've told... So, as far as as much as I'd like to help you, I don't think so. It is one of my many specialties. I won't argue her importance. All right, I'll let you in on their location. But remember, you're the only one that knows. If word spreads, I'll know exactly who's to blame. The location you're looking for is Shadow Station Epsilon. It's an old Varun base that they've taken over for themselves. Rosma will know it. Let her tell you the details, seeing as how I'm about to be reassigned. Isn't the answer obvious? The zealots will know the location came from me. All that hard work thrown out the window because someone refuses to undergo negotiations. It better.
Oke. Berhasil kita guys ya. Turn to Rosma.
You must have gotten the location. I figured they wouldn't be completely forthcoming. If my intel is correct, you can find Shadow Station Epsilon in the Badlands, north of Dazra. I can send you the coordinates. The Shadow Stations were established during the Serpent's Crusade. A series of secret military installations that few knew about, and even fewer may remember. The idea was to have isolated centers focused on different aspects of furthering the Crusade. This way, if one fell, it wouldn't endanger the others. Epsilon was once a research station, with a focus on grav drive manipulation. The Zealots have since vastly expanded upon it. But it makes sense if they intend to use Sahima to their advantage. The sooner the better.
We will do whatever is necessary to bring Sahima and the others back safely.
Now that we have a rescue mission underway, I'll speak to Merrick about setting up the negotiations. I expect them to be pliable after their last encounter with you. The current plan is to hold them at one of the geothermal power stations. Meet us there when Sahima and the others are safe. Good. Serpent willing. Your timing will line up. I'll stall the Zealots as long as I can, which shouldn't be an issue. That being said, I'd still appreciate it if you could act quickly. Now, Jamal wants an update before you leave. Just don't let her distract you for too long.
Vindicator, a word before you go. Tell me, Vindicator, what do you know about the Zealots?
Oh. I feel Ya bakal bela zealot nih. Nggak tahu sih. Oh ini kita dikasih tahu lewat apa? Lewat misi apa gitu lupa aku.
I'm impressed. You've already learned quite a bit from your time with us. The zealots are widely frowned upon within our society. They're a remnant of the Serpent's Crusade, days we'd like to forget.
Oh,
Has my dear sister given you any history on our house's relations with the zealots?
gue ingat tuh misi yang di apa melawan Kaslav tuh di Ori.
We are speaking, are we not? I see. I should have expected as much. Rasma would have everyone believe she only wishes to keep an eye on the zealots, so the council can make informed decisions. The truth is, she's had this particular group of zealots under her thumb for quite some time. This is only a problem now because she's lost control. That is the real reason why Rasma hasn't informed the High Council, and I'm sworn to silence.
I have some choice words for anyone supporting a connection between House Varun and the Zealots.
As a member, I can say it certainly is not. House Kadik already has a reputation for being sympathetic to the Zealots. But the truth is far worse. Razma wants the Zealots to back House Kadik, so the balance of power between the noble houses would shift to us. She's been employing them, paying them in supplies that aid their blind crusade. It's not for everyone. What none of us expected was the disaster that is the Scaled Citadel. The aftermath is what allowed the Zealots to grab Sahima and the others, flipping the balance of power in their favor. Razma has lost control and is putting House Kadik's reputation and power at risk. And that's what I wish to speak to you about. House Kadik shouldn't be associating with zealots at all, except on an extermination level. But worse, we absolutely cannot be supplying them with ordnance of any kind. We need to cut ties with the zealots altogether. How astute. I want you to put an end to any connections between House Kadik and the Zealots. And while my position won't allow me to be blunt, I'll still make it clear. Should the hostages not survive, Rasma would blame the Zealots and cut all ties.
House Kadik would go to any lengths, it seems.
Those few lives will be nothing compared to the lives the Zealots will take if House Kadik continues to supply them. Sacrificing them would open my sister's eyes, quelling any sympathy and desire to work with the Zealots. Once Rasma no longer sees the Zealots as an ally, the rest will soon follow. Perhaps you don't understand. These noble houses have existed for generations. The people look up to us to guide them under the will of the Great Serpent. The fall of a noble house would put everything into question. And with the state Dazra is in right now, I won't allow that to happen.
What we need some.
What we need is Sahima's research, which she has with her. You just need to bring it back. Think about it if you must. But if you care about your people, you'll come to the same conclusion as I have. And when you do, just know that we can't afford any loose ends. No witnesses. As far as everyone else is concerned, the hostages were dead when you arrived, and you exacted revenge in House Kadik's name. Of course not. But in this situation, it is the most effective means to an end. As a mediary, I am constantly weighing decisions based on both immediate and long-term consequences. This decision is awful, I know that. But the far-reaching consequences are worth the sacrifice. I trust you'll make the right decision. Until then, I'll see you at the negotiations.
Kita harus nolongin mereka cepat ya guys ya. Mudah-mudahan lokasi yang gue datangin ini jalan jauh-jauh ya. Agar banget cok jalan jauh-jauh ini. Ada mobil sih, tapi ya tetap aja cok. Gaji disuruh apa ke lokasi yang pintu keluar atau apalah gitu istilahnya. Kadang tinggal kasih tahu aja di mana lokasi biar gue bisa langsung depot. Apa susahnya kan? Nggak terlalu jauh sih. Cuman tetap aja kita jalan nih guys ya, jauh. Apa jalannya agak jauh. Mudah-mudahan sih nggak di atas perbukitan ya. Disuruh perang atau gimana? Ini masih nggak tahu nih. Kalau stealth sih mendingan Tuan Reja di bawah lagi. Tuan Reja. Lebih bagus
Something
silent sih.
important or just conversation?
I will keep watch from here.
Oke, save dulu ya. Takutnya kita disuruh stealth. Ada jalan yang bisa bikin kita nge-slide ini kali. Oke. Oke, we are safe. Oke, good. Can say we are safe. Pak, kita save baru dulu. Banyak kali. Nah, how are we supposed to sneak? Kita emang seharusnya lewat ruangan ini kayak. Kenapa gua nggak bawa companion? Karena companion itu yang paling sering jadi ini tahuan. Save di sini. Kita udah jauh. Depan kita ada orang. Berharap dia bergerak sih. Ada dua soalnya. Mau gue ngomongin Starfield. Bisa di sneak attack, cok. Please. Expert level lagi. Kita coba save dulu. Tahuan balance. Gak tahu lagi dia belum. Oke, bisa dia kalau pakai ini. Tujuan kita kesini, Cok. Nah, ini tempat kita masuk tadi berarti. Bawah. Pas dia jalan sana baru kita kill. Oke. Kita tunggu dia datang dulu ya guys ya. Something behind that door, I believe. Gua harap itu jalan ke tempat selanjutnya sih. Ya, jalan ke tempat selanjutnya. Save dulu. Saatnya kita deal sama orang ini ya. Ada robot cok. Orang di sana.
If you're here to help, that zealot has a key. You have to get me out of here.
Okay, nice. Finally.
Who are you? Serpent's Grace, I knew it! I knew she wouldn't just leave us here to rot. It's more than just me. There are others. The Zealots have been using them to force me to continue my research here. They think I have all the answers since the original experiment was a catastrophic failure. Are you saying my theory is correct? I knew it! I told them their algorithms and insufficient testing were only giving the illusion of stability. But no one wants to listen to me. Not the girl who put people twice my age to shame when it came to assessments. Of course, this is what it would take for Razma to send someone after me.
Gue nggak tahu nih, bagus nggak ya bawa dia? Apa bagus nggak ya pilih ini?
I wish I could have that mentality. And maybe it's not so much a desire to be cared for as it is a desire for acceptance. I overheard the zealots mention negotiating with House Kadik, so the motivations are clear. Not only does the High Council deem me important, but Razma needs to remove me from the equation. I get it. But at least now everyone knows I was right. All right. First, we need to free the other hostages. The Zealots aren't aware of how I've been delving into their systems here. I told them I needed full access if they expect me to replicate the Nasco's experiment, and I didn't even bother with risk assessment. They think I'm applying my theories to their poor excuse for technology down here. Granted, I could probably make it work if I had to. Well, yes and no. The other hostages are being kept just beyond this room. I can disengage the locks to their cell and grant you access to an elevator in the room beyond that will take them to safety. You just have to clear out that area first, and the zealots down there are... different. I pray your confidence is well justified. While you get the rescue underway, I'm going to set up certain guarantees here. I'll meet you and the others outside. I'm more than capable of handling myself. Besides, the Zealots think they need me, so my life isn't in danger. If I'm not out there when you free the hostages, just come back for me. And a well-thought-out one at that. I just need enough time to set up a remote device so I can launch a virus that will render this place useless. Think of it as a failsafe to guarantee our safety. The Zealots would never risk this base or their ships. Good. I'll see you outside.
Oh, itu. Jadi, ada redeem, ada beberapa sih. Ada 3 zealot dari yang kulit. Yang redeem ini yang paling susah karena mungkin firasatku dia nggak bisa di stealth kill sih. Mungkin firasatku dia nggak bisa di stealth kill. Jadi kita harus ngambil yang kecil. Kok gue kayak denger lampu disco ya? Oke. Duduk di kamar. Gak mau pindah lagi dia. Mana ya? Gak gerak.
What's that? There's nothing. Too bad.
Okay, there are no way from above. Oke, nggak ada salahnya sih kita coba. Level 100 dia, gue nggak yakin bisa satu hit, tapi ya apa, coba aja.
finally arrived?
You aren't a zealot. Who are you?
Thank the serpent. So that means she's safe? We haven't been able to observe much. They are physically superior, stronger, faster. They ignore pain and are resistant to things that would take any normal person down in an instant. I'm not sure what the Zealots have done to create them, but I would surmise the process was less than pleasant. I wish it were that easy. The Zealots separated us. Our brethren are still out there. Please, I can ready my people here, but you'll have to deal with the Zealots and rescue the others so we may all escape safely. I'll be keeping an eye out.
I guess it's not done yet.
Great serpent, protect. The great serpent has heard me. Thank you.
Just go to safety.
Thank you. Thank you.
Gak ngerti ya kenapa ada lubang ini. Kita bakal disuruh ke situ sih kayaknya. Aduh.
So thank the serpent. I thought I was done for.
Oke, semua hashtag udah di secure ya guys ya. Harus
The Great Serpent was truly watching over us.
keren. Udah nggak ada lagi musuhnya. Ntar gue ambilan gereja dulu. Apa hewan itu?
It is a good day. I will watch your back.
Masih ada musuh kayak.
I can't thank you enough for saving.
You did it! It's true what they say. The air really
Serem
does
juga
feel
ya.
pressure.
Serpent bless you. We owe you our lives. Thank you.
Now, it's time for you to head back. I'm going to stay back a moment and make sure everyone here is okay to make it back safely. I'll catch up with you shortly. Just let me know where the negotiations are taking place. Of course. I successfully rigged a remote device to shut this whole place down the moment I see a zealot. I just need a moment to make sure everyone is fine. Don't worry. Razma came through for me. It's only fair I return the favor. I'll be there when it counts. Now go.
These members of your house have suffered. I can respect your decision.
Don't worry, I'll be there.
Oke, finally kita bisa selamatin ya guys ya. Yang terakhir gak stealth sih emang, karena wah yang itu pas gak ya bisa sih, tapi guanya aja yang enggak. Mudah-mudahan sih di negotiasinya gak ketahuan doang sih.
Is your intent to be unreasonable the whole time? I thought this was a negotiation.
We're having a friendly chat, aren't we? It's not my fault you don't find my offers acceptable.
Nah, just the person I wanted to see. Please tell me you bring good news. Good. Now it's my turn to watch me hail squirm.
Razma, who is this? You allow any commoner to just waltz in on official business. I'd expect better security from House Kadik.
This is hardly official business.
Yes. And now these so-called negotiations are over.
Over? You'd risk everything after the whispers of a stranger. I demand to know who this is. You think I care about Anasko Varun, son of a traitor? Only a complete fool would expect me to believe this.
It's true, Mihail. And if you don't leave now, peacefully, I'll make sure your ships and Shadow Station Epsilon are made dust.
You... How did you... You're bluffing.
Test me. You think a genius mind like mine wouldn't find a way to hack into every system in your base? This remote device will launch a virus that will detonate systems within Epsilon, and reach your ships as well.
You realize how this may affect future partnerships, Razma. You'd jeopardize our connections.
It jeopardizes nothing. It merely restores the natural order.
The natural order. I could take you all out here and now. You know every one of us is prepared to answer the Serpent's call.
Are you sure?
You'll launch that virus, and I guarantee blood will spill.
Attack atau enggak ya?
I've heard of Mujin's actions. He will be dealt with.
Important decision ini.
You'll launch that virus, and I guarantee blood will spill.
Oh wait, kita ganti ini dulu. Ganti power dulu.
You'll launch that virus, and I guarantee blood will spill. Prepare to be made dust!
Right.
Something I can do for you?
House Kadik is in your debt.
As am I. I owe you my life.
Sahima, you are a part of this house.
I know. I just wanted to say thank you. Personally. And here, it's the research and algorithm the High Council wants. I'm sure they'll appreciate it more coming from you. As much as I'd love to gloat, I have enough awareness to know this isn't the time. And I know myself well enough to know that I simply wouldn't hold back. Oh, I am. Very. I just don't think the High Council is ready for the series of I told you so's that I would surely inundate them with. Plus, I think I'll wait until after they've proven out my theories to approach them on that topic. I'm going to head back home now to check on the others, but maybe come find me later? Great. You can find me at the Great House whenever you get the chance.
We'll talk later, Sahima. As I was saying, House Kadik is in your debt. You've helped me maintain a very precarious balance. And one day it will. But until then, they're a necessary evil. One that we'll be keeping a much closer eye on. I'd appreciate it if you kept this a secret. If you're referring to the members of House Kadik. The others involved know better than to speak of this. House ties run deep. Betraying one's house is a display of disloyalty that no house would tolerate. It's a guaranteed way to ostracize yourself in a society like ours. As House Elder, I know my family well enough. We're all well aware of our unspoken agreements. Now, I have much to do, and so do you. Ekris and the High Council will be expecting you.
Extra ammunition is always welcome if they have any.
We have nothing to discuss here. I'll see you back in Dasra. Serpent guide you.
Oke. Gue punya firasat nih tempat bakal penting tuh. Makanya gue nggak pernah apa. Asik. Taunya jadi salah satu part main mission.
The device looks ready. Let us hope it has not been built too hastily. We need this to work.
I pray the great serpent will open Rosma's eyes.
Aduh, melek deh.
Ah, were you able to find Sahima? Perfect. I have no doubt Sahima's work is the key to stabilizing the morning device. If only the others had listened to her, we may not have lost so much of our great city. It shouldn't take me long to install her work.
Okay guys, this is it. Thank you for watching guys ya.
Uploading Sahima's algorithm.
Wait, kita selesaiin dulu.
Plugging in the necessary variables. It is done. Vindicator, will you do us the honor?
Okay, this is it guys. Thank you for watching ya guys ya. Don't forget to give a like and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoy.
Perhaps we could have
See you
benefited
next
more
video.
from it.
Bye bye. Peace.